Hello everybody, my name is iWafflez, and today we're looking at something that's been out for a couple months, but recently the line is continued with another figure, and that is the Jujutsu Kaisen line. As you know, I gave high praise to Itadori, and I was excited for Gojo. I've had him for a couple months now. The reason why we're doing it now is because Figuarts got revealed. He's coming out in January, so I'm excited for that. Just knowing that Bandai's doing continuing this line because it's really good engineering. It's overall really good. But Gojo finally, um, this is the import version, so it won't have the bluefin sticker on it. Yeah, I like the design of the Jujutsu Kaisen boxes for SHF. They're really nice. But always look for those stickers on any new current Bandai release because those will authenticate that as a real piece instead of a bootleg. And yeah, nothing really else on the box. The figure's not in it, so let's take a look at the figure. Taking a look at Gojo, he is very similar in the vein of, like, design-wise of Itadori because they are Jujutsu sorcerers, so, they go to, well, he's a teacher at the Jujutsu high school. Or is it high school? I can't remember, but it's at the Jujutsu school, so they will be similar in design. And as you can see, Itadori is shorter, but we'll get more into comparisons later on. But instead of a colored, like, mask or bandana piece right all around his neck, he has the higher collar, which honestly fits Gojo. It's very nice, and many people call him reverse Kakashi because the mask is not over his mouth, but over his eyes, which I will compare him to Kakashi, the SHF, in later on in the video. But his body is made of the similar, like his torso is made of the similar material as Itadori. It's more gummy. Well, the top part, it seems to be more hard plastic, unlike Itadori. But the lower part is the gummy material, which is what we're used to. The arms are made of a more giving material, so they won't tend to break easier, but they're really nice. The only complaint I really have is that he doesn't have, like, his shoulders won't go out all the way, or, like, they won't flush, or, look more good in neutral poses. So he's not really good in neutral poses, but that's fine because Gojo is kind of a dynamic character anyway, so yeah, but little to no paint. There is no shading, really, besides, just the base colors. It's really hard to shade a character with, this kind of color scheme. And it would look weird, honestly, in my opinion, if they did do that, because it's kind of weird. But they do have a blue wash on both hairs. We will get to that in accessories in just a minute. But yeah, overall, the design is really nice. Let's actually take a look at the accessories before we look at the articulation of Gojo. Here are all the accessories Gojo has, and he's lacking in the face department, really, because, it's kind of hard. I think they also did this before the anime's release, so there was a lot of stuff that they probably missed, and honestly, they could probably go back and do a reissue, and or, like, make a newer version of him, which they probably won't, but he comes with 4 right hands, I think. Is it 4 right or left? I can't remember. But he comes with 4 that side, 2 that side, and then 1 conjoined hand. These will peg into both hands at the same time. You cannot separate them. Well, I mean, you probably can, but it'd look kind of weird. But let's look at the faces first. He comes with 1 alternate face plate, which is, the happy "I'm gonna kill you" face, or he's just happy Itadori's here. And then he comes with his unmasked face, the money shot. And I think it's pretty good. I think the detailing could be done a little bit better, or, shading or something, because it looks kind of bland, but you're not really looking for the face details. You're looking for the eyes. And that is the big selling point there. There's the money shot. This face won't separate, I don't think. I think it's glued together. But if they ever want to do alternate expressions of it, I don't know if they would re-release it or not. But since he's removing his mask, it comes with a loose mask piece. So this can go in multiple hands. Sometimes you can have it pulling on this hand right here. It'll wedge in nice there. Pretty secure grip, but just, don't move it around too much. And then it can also fit in this one for the most part. It's got to get to a certain point in the mask. Oh, well, if I don't drop them. But it's kind of hard to get. Like, it's hard to nail it on camera, too. There we go. I got it. There we go. See, like, it can kind of hold there, but I think it fits better with this one, on this back hand over here. Focus. There we go. It'll fit better with this hand back here. in my opinion. He comes with splayed out hands. Itadori also came out with those, but these are in Gojo's flesh tones. You can cross them, but it's very noticeable, honestly, because their skin complexions are very different. He comes with his hollow purple hand. I think that's hollow purple, if I'm not mistaken. His domain expansion. I forget what this move's called, though. I can't remember that for the life of me, but I know domain purple and or domain infinity or domain expansion, whatever. And then, his hollow purple. I can't remember the other moves for some reason. He also comes with the fist in the face you saw on him earlier. So that's all of his accessories. I think they're pretty good for a pre-release figure, like, because he came out, like, this was solicited and up for pre-order before the anime started, so I think it's pretty good considering the era it started out in. Now, could they go back and do a deluxe version, or with different releases of figures, upgrade them slowly and make you entice you to buy the whole line? Yes, they're doing that with Fushiguro. They're giving us a Sukuna head, which we missed on Itadori, because the one that comes on Itadori is looking down. This one will look forward. So I'm thinking they're going to do that with this line, that future releases will keep on adding on to older releases as well. So it just makes sense, and honestly it's a smart idea. But let's get to the articulation. So now looking at Gojo's articulation, he has a ball peg up here, well, dumbbell, yeah, ball peg right up here. So, and he has I think it's a ball joint down there that lets for overall good movement. So he can get very expressive, which is good for Gojo because he is a very expressive character in my opinion. He's very likable. He can look up that far. He can look down a lot, which is really good. But be careful because how this face mask pegs into the head. If I can pop it loose, it will wiggle loose over time. It's just how they engineered it, which is, in my opinion, not a good idea for engineering, but oh well. He has a butterfly joint, which kind of doesn't move. It's more just like a cover piece. The butterfly joint can go out that far. Let's see, but this side seems to do a little bit better, but he can rotate on that ball peg. It can go pretty far up, to be honest. Very nice. It can sit by his side pretty good for the most part, but it will leave a little bit of gapping in the covers. You can swivel at this ball joint down here. I'd recommend not, because I think the pin can be stressed, but he has a double joint elbow, gets in all the way pretty much, except for right here. He has that very cool design where the hands are a little bit more like gummy. They'll give in easier, so the ball peg won't break easily, but he can get it to move up, down, or you can have it go in and out. It depends on how you rotate it. He has a ball joint at the torso. Can crunch that far forward, pretty nice. Crunch really far back, but it will leave gapping. And he has a ball joint down here as well, so you can get really good forward. It's like really good, but be careful not to leave him in a pose that long, because this may stress and flex. Well, it may just sit in that position forever, and so you'll have to heat it back up to get it back to where it is. The legs, he can go out that far, which is a really nice. He can kick forward really high. Can he go back? A little bit, not too much. Thigh swivel, double jointed knees, can kick his own butt, which is really nice. He can also swivel at that joint, I think, but like I said, don't push it. Foot, it's the same as Itadori's. Because of how the design the boot is, it's really hard to get forward. He can get really good back. Good ankle rocker, which is really nice, and then a toe joint. So overall, Gojo once again is another home run for Bandai articulation-wise. They've seemed to nailed how this line works, I think, with the second figure. So as long as they keep that philosophy going forward, I think this line will continue to be evolve and be better than actually Dragon Ball, in my opinion. Let's actually take a look at some comparisons in size. Alright, and Gojo stands about 6 1/4 up to his hair. And so that makes him one of the more taller Bandai figures, well, for a human at least. Here he is compared to Itadori, the only other character in the line right now, which after January we'll have Megami, so we'll be able to do this comparison again with another figure, which I'm so excited about. I think Itadori's a little too small, but Bandai's never really nailed down scaling in my opinion, so I'm just going to have to give him a pass because they've never been able to nail perfect scaling or even get close. Here he is with another SHF, the Naruto Shippuden Kakashi, and that Kakashi figure's something else, but they're supposed to be taller in their respective universes, and I don't know, Kakashi's kind of small in my opinion, but Bandai, you need to go back to the Naruto line, it's really good. And just for jokes, here he is compared to the Gojo Nendoroid. I love my new pastime is collecting Nendoroids, and I have all the Jujutsu Kaisen ones now. And oh my gosh, he's so cute. I love him. That's the one accessory he needs, though, is the glasses for the SHF. If someone's making them, let me know, because I want the glasses for Gojo. Here's another SHF, the Super Saiyan Full Power Goku that recently released like a month ago. But we'll get to him in a future video. But kind of, is he good scaling? Kind of. I mean, Goku, kind of short, I think. I don't know, but he's never been able to scale very well with other stuff. Here he is with the Mafex Mandalorian. Kind of a weird scaling because it's a real world character, and comparing it to an anime character size, I don't know. Once again, another future video. Here he is with the Marvel Legends Walmart exclusive John Walker Captain America. Let's see if let's move him over here because shield's out. He's actually pretty tall for a for a import figure. The Marvel Legends generally skew a little bit taller. Here he is with the Fortnite Legendary Series Brawler Series Meowsicles. If I can fix his belt. There we go. This is a little bit skewed up, but it's a little bit bent, but he is pretty tall compared to Meowsicles, which is quite surprising. Yeah, good figure, but both are actually good figures. So let's actually get to the final verdict on if you should buy this figure or even get into the Jujutsu Kaisen SHF line. Final verdict on Gojo. Should you get him? If you can find him for a decent price. I think Bandai's been pretty good about pricing the Jujutsu Kaisen figures, like their initial release. I think Itadori was $45, Gojo I think was 45 as well, or 50, and Megami I think is 45 or 30 or something. They're really low priced in Japan, and you know the import we get a $20 up mark I think for most regular releases. So $55 to $70 is the general margin you should be paying for this figure, in my opinion. But even then, 70 is on the higher end of this spectrum. That's only if you can't find a decently priced one, you know, further down the line. And if so, wait for because they've already reissued this guy twice already. He's on his. They're probably going to reissue him again around. Well, they're going to probably announce a reissue sometime around Megami's release. So just hold on, keep looking for good deals because there's plenty of this guy out on the market. They're on their second or third reissue. Like the second reissue is already out, I think. So it's going to start flooding the market. So prices will have to start going down because people are going to have so much and they're going to need to get rid of them. So just keep an eye out on the market. Don't rush to get it for about $50 to $60 over here. If you can find it for cheaper on like Ami or Mandarake, which are import sites, by all means go ahead. I haven't seen it on Manda in quite a while, so Ami will be more than likely your best bet for snagging an Itadori or Gojo in the future. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope to get more videos out in the future. I've been kind of slacking this overall year, but I think I'm gonna get back into it. Just know there's another video in the pipeline. It may take a week or two for it to get out. But thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.